For you, Mr. Holster. These are actually chicken cracklings. Smell it. Smell it. A little on the greasy side. It's not bad. Yeah, it's everything you expect them to be. I know when I cook, when I make fried chicken, and there's some leftover chicken skin. I also fry up the chicken. There's some meat on there. It's good though. No bit overpriced, but I don't taste too much barbecue on there. They are ready to eat. Well, that's a relief. The real Cobra, no burnout. I wanted to see some pistols you have that are not necessarily collectible today, but you can buy them today. And if you think they might be collectible someday, or say within the next decade, it didn't really specify if they're able to be purchased new, or if you can still buy them, you know, within in the used market, but not at a crazy collector price. You know what I mean? I have a few things that may or may not work, but whatever. This is just a fun VR.
There's no prize.
So let's take a look at what I got. What I got. And this is a new purchase. It is a 9-hour pistol, Palmetto State Armory. I believe it is an Anderson lower that I built or assembled. I think it's funny when people say, I built this. No, you assembled it. I mean, so I assembled the lower, and I just bought off the shelf Palmetto State Armory. I put the AB Arms foregrip on there. I believe the Hornet Fixer hooked me up with that. And so it is a pistol, and you know, there are many like it, but this one is mine. And you know, it works for what I need. It's a fun, it's a sweet shooter. There's some footage of that. Oh yeah. But do I think it's going to be collectible within, say, the next 5 or 10 years? Probably not. There are probably, if not hundreds of thousands, millions, and it is safe. So I don't know. It's a pistol. It's readily available. Do I think it's going to be collectible? Maybe, depending on the political winds. Know what I mean? Know what I mean, Vern? All right. So let me put that to the side and show you what's next. Speaking of vintage, this is a vintage hat. This is my first squadron. Those of you Navy folks out there would recognize that designation. And this is the first helicopter squadron in the U.S. Navy, and they are defunct. They have been decommissioned. I can't remember the date of decommission, or I remember I'll put a little note there. But proud to say that I served in the first helicopter squadron of the U.S. Navy. All right, moving right along. Okay, next is my M&P shield. Got a little fur on it there. It's a sweet shooter, and it's got the little thumb safety there, and it is also safe. So, and you can pick these up today, retail probably about $450, $500, depending on where you buy it. It's chambered in 45. I like it because it's very thin, thin profile, makes it easy to for deep concealment. Will it be collectible? Again, I don't know. It is a popular model. People who like the added stopping power, so to speak, of a 45 in a single stack, and I believe this is a 7 round mag, 6+1. Yeah, 6+1. So if you believe the FBI stats, most gun battles involving civilians usually don't last more than 5 or 6 rounds. So if you carry an extra mag, there you go. So anyway, do I think it will be collectible? Hard to say. It is a nice gun, and they are readily available. But then, you know, you look at guns that are readily available 30, 40 years ago. They're not, you know, they've fallen out of favor because of one reason or another. Somebody sold you something different, and something else became more popular, so they are more rare. And who knew? Who knew back when they were manufactured, mass-produced, that 20, 30 years from now they'd be popular? But whatever. Moving right along. All right. This is probably not commercially readily available. You may find some on Gunbroker or something, and they don't sell for retail per se. They're probably more on a collector's market. You can pick some up depending on condition for relatively small amounts of money, but it's more of a collector's piece and more of a novelty than anything else. But it is the Colt Hammerless 32 ACP, chambered, like I said, in 32 ACP, and this one it's a bona fide Colt, and I have shot it, and it is very it's a good shooter, and I believe it is unsafe. It's got the European style mag release. Anyway, does not have the hold back feature, but this particular gun, it's been reblued. You can tell it's got kind of a titanium, polished titanium finish. That's what I call it. That's probably not what the official name is, but it is in the collectible market. If it was in the unrefinished state, I have seen them go up as high as $1,100, $1,200. This one, because it's been refinished, probably, I don't know. You can see some pitting right there. This one probably would be in the $200 to $300 market value, but I'm not gonna sell it. It was a gift, so this is more of a fun novelty collector's piece, safe queen, but it is a bona fide Colt there. So, but yeah, this is probably my most collectible, or my closest to my collectible gun that I have, besides what's coming next. So this is truly a collectible, not necessarily a daily carrier or a daily shooter or a range gun. Now, did some research on 32 ACP, and these were actually very popular in their day at the turn of the century. 32 was a very standard issue cartridge, but with more powerful and better metallurgy and polymer guns and stuff like that throughout the years, it has gone out of favor. So it's very difficult to find 32 ACP anymore. When you do find a box, they're usually about maybe $20 or $30 for a box of 50. But like I said, it's just a fun collector novelty for me. So, last but not least, this is probably something that you'll be able to find commercially in this caliber, albeit not this particular gun. I haven't done any research, so I'm not going to speak to that. But you can probably pick one of these up in the commercial market for probably $700-800 price range. It is the 44 Magnum Smith & Wesson, right there, right there, Smith & Wesson, and yes, it is safe, so treat it with respect. This gun is has the iconic look to it. It's a J or K frame. I don't know. I'm not a gun expert, although I play one on YouTube. It does have. Let me make it unsafe. It does have the firing pin on the hammer. It doesn't have a transfer bar. So, but if it's kind of hard to see there, if you it does have like a trigger safety. I don't know what it's called. Maybe it does have a transfer bar. I don't see one. Again, I don't know all there is to know about this particular pistol, but it is a very handsome looking pistol, and it's made popular by, you guessed it, Dirty Harry in the Harry Callahan, Clint Eastwood series movies. I don't recall if he ever used this particular model. Some of you movie buffs out there could tell me all about that. But as far as the closest thing that would come to the real Cobra, Burnout VR request, you can probably still get these. They are probably still a little bit readily available, albeit they will come at a premium price, probably more than another 44 Magnum that isn't Smith & Wesson K frame or J frame. And it's relatively collectible now, and again, depending on the political winds, or pop culture, if somebody used it in a movie, or if I don't know, for some reason some celebrity or in the gun community or in the Hollywood community decides to showcase this gun, it will become more valuable, I believe. And I even without it, I think it is steadily increasing in collectible value. So anyway, that's all I got for today. This is my not necessarily collectible today. Maybe it is to some people, but I believe will be more collectible, more valuable, and increase in value and desire in the future. So anyway, go check out the real Cobra Burnout, and get in on the VR. Remember, there's
no prize.
Just for fun, guys. All right, later.